How's it going, everyone? My name is Caleb Balofs, and I love to talk about movies. Today, I wanted to make a little impromptu video, just kind of off the top of my head. I have a few notes written down, but I recently saw five movies in the span of about a week, and I loved all of them for the most part. And I really want to talk about them, so I figured I would just kind of combine it all into one video. We'll see how that goes. I definitely won't be doing this often, but I figured that since I saw them all within the span of a very short time, that they should be in one video. So here we go. All right, so the first movie that I want to talk about is Brightburn. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. It's produced by James Gunn. I don't know the director off the top of my head, and I feel like a shitty movie person for not knowing that. But in case that you don't know what the movie's about, it's pretty much a horror take on the Superman story. So like he comes to Earth, but what if he's just this fucked up alien and can't really be stopped? I really love that a lot. So I love seeing just this full dark take on a trope of a character that everyone knows, and I think that's really exciting. They did a really good job at making them seem like a real family too, especially with the relationship with mom and kid. I thought that was really well done. The movie was a lot more graphic than I thought it was going to be. So if you don't really like blood and gore and stuff like that, be warned. But I really don't have a problem with that. So it was really cool to see some cool superhero kills, supervillain kills, I should say. Um, what else? So I'd say my only real major complaint with the film was that the main boy's switch from a normal kid to this psychotic murderer was a little bit sudden, and it kind of gives the film more of a possession horror movie vibe. And but I think that if they had done more of a gradual change into this monster, then I think it would have worked a little bit better. So I have written down here, it's 7.5 out of 10 slaps. So I guess that's my little score I'm doing today. All right. Well, the next movie that I would like to talk about is Aladdin. It had absolutely no right being as good as it was. Everything about the advertising for this movie really made me think it wasn't going to work. Just the performances didn't look too great. I wasn't very excited about Will Smith as the genie. Um, but it was really just a fun romp of a movie. The set pieces and the set design was awesome. I loved the visuals of this movie. There was some pretty great action set pieces too, which I really liked. All of the performances too were actually pretty great. The highlights for me being Jasmine and Genie. To go more on that, Naomi Scott's Jasmine is way better than the actual animated version, and was just such a great character. I really loved her in this movie. And as long as you can accept that Will's Genie's take is going to be different than Robin Williams, you can really move past it and enjoy it for his performance. One thing I wasn't a huge fan of was Jafar. I just didn't think he was that intimidating, and just overall, just kind of one of the weaker parts of the movie. But I would definitely say that if you enjoy the original movie, you'll definitely have a fun time with this. So to go with my official rating scale, I will give this an 8 out of 10 slaps. All right, so the next movie I want to talk about was Godzilla King of Monsters. It was pretty fun. There was some pretty epic fights and some cool monster designs, and honestly, that's what I'm there for. Human characters weren't completely boring, unlike the 2014 film, except Bryan Cranston's character. He's been the best character in this universe, human character in this universe so far. Um, but overall, the story of the characters, I was just like, come on. I just kind of moved past it. I don't know. Like, it was all right. Um, I enjoyed the cinematography of the 2014 film more, though. Enough of a difference for me to note it in terms of the value of the cinematography, or however you want to say that. I just have a problem with hiding all the monster fights and like smoke, rain, darkness, and stuff like that just to hide some of the effects. And this movie had a lot of that, so that was a little disappointing. What I like about the 2014 film is it really gives you a sense of scale of how big the monsters are, and just some of the things they do with it. I thought was pretty fun. But that movie also has the problem of darkness and smoke and lightning and all that. Um, let's see what else. There's probably a little bit too many references to Kong to set up the universe of, there's going to be a fight between Godzilla and Kong. You guys remember, wink, wink. There's going to be a fight. We're going to mention Kong about five more times, just so you know. So overall, it was pretty fun. The fights were really cool. I love Godzilla and stuff like that. I love that universe. So it was fun seeing some of those classic monsters come to light. So I gave this a 7 out of 10 slaps. All right, so sorry if the audio cuts out a little bit early, but when I'm done talking about a movie, I'm still learning. But we're learning together. We're learning together. So the next movie I want to talk about is actually probably my favorite out of the ones I saw. I saw Rocketman. I loved this movie. It is about at least 20 times better than Bohemian Rhapsody, in my opinion. I really didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody at all. I love biopics, though, so this really made me happy. Taron Egerton and Richard Madden were really great in this movie. They were both really great. I love that they made this movie into a musical because it really separates itself from almost all the other biopics, in my opinion, which is a genre I do love. It does have some of the biopic cliches that all of them do, but it really doesn't get in the way of the overall quality of the film, like Bohemian Rhapsody did for me. It just felt like a very Elton John way to make this movie, and had an Elton John feeling to it, which is something that biopics can struggle having this tone that fits the person that that's the movie's about. So I loved it. I thought it's very great. 9 out of 10 slaps for sure. Maybe even a 9.5 out of 10 slaps. Oh, and another thing I wanted to note about Rocket Man that I really liked was that Taron Egerton actually sang the songs instead of just having Elton John's voice dubbed over the actor. I really like that. I think it shows talent more, unlike Bohemian Rhapsody, where they just dubbed Freddie Mercury over it. Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been keeping count of the movies I've been talking about, we are at the final movie. But before I go into that, I really just wanted to say thank you to everyone that likes to listen to me talk about movies and stuff like that. They really are my passion. I love them. I love talking about it. I love giving recommendations to people. I just love this entire process. So all this love and feedback that I've been getting from people, I really don't know how to put it into words how much it means to me. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. So the last movie that I saw was John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. I really liked it. I love the John Wick franchise. They're very fun action movies, and it continues that trend. I think some of the act I enjoyed it more than the second one. The second one was pretty good. It wasn't the best one though, which I only saw a couple weeks before this one. Funny enough, but I really like the third one. I love the horse fight. There's so many fights in this movie. The knife fight. And I just loved the entirety of the third act of this movie. I thought it was very entertaining. Plus, it's Keanu Reeves, and Keanu Reeves is one of the best guys out there. So overall, I'd probably give this like an 8.5 out of 10 slaps. It was very good. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. If you did, please let me know in the comments below some of your thoughts on some of the movies I talked about today. I would love to hear more opinions about movies. I always love to hear more. I'd also appreciate some feedback and stuff like that. I know that I need to work a little bit on like the audio syncing and stuff like that, and just making sure everything's all good and timed right. But it's a work in progress, and I'm getting there. So If you wouldn't mind, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Share this video. Let all your friends know that love movies that there's a cool guy out there that likes to talk about movies. And yeah, his name's Caleb Bailoff. So yeah, thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.